Global War 36 enthusiast here with Operation From Russia with Love, turn 12.5, Commonwealth. It is January 1942. Commonwealth has 2 tech rolls. First, I tried for Amphibious Doctrine at a 7 or higher. PBE generated an 8, so I succeeded and advanced to step 1, or stage 1. Second, I tried for long-range aircraft at an 8 or higher. PBE generated a 10, so I succeeded and advanced to stage 2. While we're up here, I want to take a peek at victory objectives for the game. Right now, the Axis hold 5 victory cities, and they hold 5 of their strategic objectives, if I've been keeping track accurately. They may have access to resources. I forget if they did actually take that or if they have to take one more. No, it looks like they got Java. I bet they already have that one, actually. So right now they have 11 victory points. And then basically anytime they want, Germany can take this Madrid and get that one. And I think it's pretty likely that city's going to fall in a couple turns from now. So that means that we're looking at a game with the Axis with 13 victory points. So I'm feeling grim. So let's look at purchases. With Great Britain, I have 21. Oh, I've got that little militia up there, and that's for you, Panzer J. I think you still have 1 militia to spend. Diggs had the same count too. He also noticed that at the end you did place 1 militia, but I don't think you placed 2. So maybe I'm incorrect, but I think you're owed 1 more militia placement. So I've got 21 IPP. I'm gonna purchase 1 airborne for 3, 2 colonial infantry for 4, that's 11, 1 medium armor for 6, that's 17. I'm gonna begin construction of an air base for 2 because I have improved construction, so it's 1 cheaper. That's 19, and I'm gonna repair the major port in Gibraltar for 2. That's 21 IPP. With FEC, I have 10 IPP to spend. I'll purchase a fighter for 10. Anzac, I have 2 IPP to spend. I'll purchase a militia. Okay, combat movement. While we're over here, let's show my combat movement that's going to occur here in C-Zone P61. This sub is going to go 1-2 to P51 and take out that transport. In P59, this coastal sub is going to go 1 to P50 and perform convoy raiding there in P50. So that's the combat that's occurring over there. Then well, I guess I should also show here in Burma, I've got, you can see that card to the left of your screen. This army group is going to move into here. That's these guys here. So it's 7 infantry, 5 Gurkhas, 1 Anzac artillery, and 3 anti-aircraft artillery are going to move from Burma into Siam. All right, and then coming over here, let's move it over a little bit. You can see up there in northern England, Hambone has an airborne. In London, I'll take an airborne air transport, fly up here with these 4 fighters, boom, from London. And then I need to rotate the camera so you can see where my subs are. Now that Hambone's seaplane is in Western Germany at a seaplane base, and he has a long-range aircraft, a seaplane leaving a seaplane base with long-range aircraft, that enables him to move 3 onto map. So his map range would be 3. He could go 1, 2, 3 and hit me here. So I'm going to go up 1 more space from C-Zone A7. I'm going to move 2 subs up to A5 and conduct convoy raiding there. Just double check. Yep, those are all my combats. So let's rotate the camera down a bit. And we'll come over here to the dice tower. All right, so let's do convoy rating with 2 subs in A5. Red is the attacker. Okay, I get a +2. Does he have radar yet? He's got 2 stages of it, but I do 2 points of damage to Germany in A5. Don't need to do the second roll. All right, then I've got a coastal sub. I only get a +1 versus Japan here in that C zone. What is that, 51? No, just 50. C zone 50. I think that's where that coastal sub is. Red is the attacker. That's a fail. And I don't think I have anything else over there. So I've got my battle in London where my air transport dropped off the airborne. I got 4 fighters at 4. Okay, got 2 hits, and he's got 1 at 2. 12. Okay, so I take back Northern England. That's worth 3. That'll take me up to 18 and drop Germany to 56, which means that the USSR is ahead of Germany and Japan right now. Salute. All right, and then we've got that battle of a whole bunch of infantry, etc., attacking into Siam. So I've got 5 Gurkhas attacking at 3. Let's see if I can't get a hit with one of those Gurkhas at 3. Oh no, first I should do my artillery at 3. So I've got 1 at 3 for first strike. 12, miss. Okay, let's do 5 Gurkhas, 2, 4, 5. Yep, that's the hit I needed. And now Panzer J has a militia there. He has 1 at 2. Almost, it's a 6. Okay, so this is another situation where I go up 1. Japan goes down 1. We'll go mark the board. So that puts Great Britain up to 19, and Japan is at 53. And that's the end of combat movement. Now we're going to do some non-combat. Let's go up to Northern England. Okay, that air transport is going to fly back to London. 3 of the 4 fighters will fly back to London. This guy won't. He'll fly back to Southern England. Let's see. Okay, from London, 2 torpedo boat destroyers will leave port into A22 and move to A21 and then go in port in southern England. Let me grab a little air in port marker. I love the import mechanics so much. It's very, very good, even though I'm learning an important lesson in Gibraltar. Hambone's had painful luck, even though he's made really good attacks. Can't believe I got so lucky and got a strategic bomber and a medium bomber in the AA. Okay, and then from A11, is that on screen? These are the Netherlands naval units. There's a coastal defense ship and a torpedo boat destroyer. The coastal defense ship only has a move of 1. It'll move 1 here to sea zone A23 and then go in port in London. but the torpedo boat destroyer has a range of 2. So it's going to leave C-Zone A11 and go into C-Zone A23 and then A22. 1, 2. Oh, rats. I thought it could reach its buddies, but it can't. So I guess, 1, 2, 3. I guess it's not. It's just going to go with the coastal defense ship into London. I don't see any benefit in it going here. So it's going to be over here with those guys. From London, I'm going to move my army group. It's got 7 militia, 4 infantry, 3 marines, and 1 anti-aircraft artillery. And that's going to move into southern England. From southern England, we'll probably have to back out here because this fighter is going to take a flight down to Gibraltar, for the last fighter that was sitting there. Okay, so he's going to fly out of southern London, or southern England, 1, 2, 3, 4, and land on the carrier that's there. Okay, let's look over here. Yep. I know what I'll do. I'll go around over here. Ah, there, now you can see that medium bomber that's in Puerto Rico. It's gonna fly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into Gibraltar. Put this guy in the carrier here. And then there's one that started in Gibraltar, and it is gonna fly to Lower Egypt. 1, 2, 3, 4. No worries. From Nigeria, I'm going to have an infantry move over to Niger. So let's see if we can get that on camera. While I'm here, I'm going to end up doing the same thing with the French on its turn. Hope that's okay that I went out of order, got it on camera there. Let's see. Then down in South Africa, we got some action down here. Ugh, gotta rotate way more if we're gonna want to see that. Okay, so down here in South Africa, I'm gonna move 1 infantry and 1 artillery into Cape Town. While I'm rotated way down here in Africa, I'll point out that in Cape Town, I have 3 infantry, 2 artillery, and a seaplane. And I think that's everything I've got down here. So it's over to India. Time to go over to India, rotate back up. Ugh, sorry guys, making you dizzy. All right, well that whole task force there is actually in Siam. In southern India, 1 Anzac infantry moves to Maharashtra. 1 Anzac infantry rails to Burma. 1 motorized infantry from southern India, no, that stays there. 1 normal British infantry moves into Calcutta. So the motorized infantry stays behind in southern India. From Bengal, 1 Gurkhas goes to Burma. And I think that is everything. Oh no, I forgot. Then I've got this from C-Zone P59. Let's go look at that C-Zone. That's my last other move. This naval transport will go 1, 2, 3, and go in port here in Maharashtra. Okay, that's the end of Great Britain's movement. So collect income. So Great Britain collects 19 plus 3 for lower Suez. So I end the turn with 22 IPP. FEC is at 9. They don't get any bonus income, so they collect 9. And Anzac, same thing. They're at 2, they collect 2. Okay. Free France, turn 12.6. I have 1 IPP to spend. I purchase nothing and save 1. I do have a combat movement with the Free French. I am going to bring this this medium bomber out on map, try to hit the submarines. And then also over here in Japan, I'm going to take this sub that's in C-Zone P14, move them over 1, and do convoy raiding in P15. So I'm going to put a little, let's come over here and do that first, do the submarines. Okay, so I've got, the red is the attacker, got a +2. Wow, so I did 5 points of damage to the Japanese, which I believe is the max for that particular line. It is, yep. So I've been very lucky in convoy raiding with the French. They are proficient. I think that drops Japan down to 66. Let me know if that's incorrect. I'm not sure if I took off, did I take off the 2 for Germany? Yeah, I think so. Okay, and then I've got this medium bomber, gets 1 crack at 7 to try to hit the submarines. If I roll, I'd really like to roll a 1, 2, or 3, and then choose the better sub. Hey, what do you know? I got a 3. I think that's right. I think I get to, I get to choose that submarine. Then the other guy submerges. So we can now proceed to, this has turned out to be a dream turn. This guy will fly back here to Lower Egypt, come off map. I already told you about the infantry moving. Collect income, I get to collect 2 IPP. I'll do a review of the disposition of my forces. Let's zoom out here. Okay. In Northern England, I have airborne infantry. In Southern England, I have 7 militia, 4 infantry, 3 marines, 1 anti-aircraft artillery, 1 fighter, 2 torpedo boat destroyers in port. In London, I don't think I placed my units. Sorry, guys. I'll come back to London in a moment, but that made me think about, I have a airborne that gets placed there in London. I see, I skipped straight to collect income. Well, let's see, then I'm going to come down to Gibraltar. Oh, we already have Gibraltar on screen. Gibraltar is where I'm going to start construction of an air base. I'm going to repair those 2 points of damage there. And then we're going to go down to Lower Egypt. I'm going to place 1 of my colonial infantry there. So that'll bring me up to 12. I'll go over that in the disposition of forces. And I'll place another colonial infantry down in South Africa. So before I had told you that there were 3 infantry. I said South Africa, I mean Cape Town. Before I told you that there were 3 infantry in Cape Town, but now I end the turn with 4 infantry in Cape Town, and then the 2 artillery and the seaplane. All right. Let's see, what else do I have to play? Oh, and a medium armor is also going to go in Cape Town. So I've got that medium armor in Cape Town. Okay, then FEC, I placed the fighter in Calcutta. And down in Sydney, I place a militia in Sydney. So I'll verbally tell you about Sydney. I've got 7 militia, 4 infantry, and an anti-aircraft artillery. All right, let's go back to the disposition. Sorry for that interruption. Okay, I think we were at London. I have 1 airborne infantry, a air transport, 3 fighters, and in port I have 3 battleships, 1 coastal defense ship, 1 French destroyer, 1 torpedo boat destroyer, and 2 naval transports. I've got a fighter on map in A23 and A22. Let's see if we can see Gibraltar. Sure. Okay, in Gibraltar, I've got a militia, 3 infantry, a mountain infantry, a Marines. The Americans have, I have a medium bomber and a fighter. And then in port, I have 2 heavy cruisers, 3 destroyers, a coastal defense ship, 2 naval transports. The American have a naval transport in port. They also have a mountain and a Marines and a medium bomber. I don't know if I mentioned my anti-aircraft artillery. Okay, let's go over to Lower Egypt. In Lower Egypt, I have 1 militia, 12 infantry, 1 anti-aircraft artillery, 2 artillery, a medium bomber, and the French have a medium bomber. And then that fortification on the border with Western Egypt. In Maharashtra, I have 1 infantry and 2 Anzac infantry. In southern India, I have an Anzac motorized infantry. In Calcutta, I have 3 militia, 7 infantry, 3 anti-aircraft artillery, a tank destroyer. I said I had 7 infantry. I actually have 8 infantry. I didn't count this other guy. And a fighter, and a Anzac naval transport, and a fortification. In Burma, I have an Anzac infantry and a Gurkhas. In Siam, I have 7 infantry, 5 Gurkhas, 1 Anzac artillery, 3 anti-aircraft artillery. In C-Zone P51, I have a submarine. In C-Zone P50, I have a coastal sub. The French have a submarine in C-Zone P15. I think that is the disposition of my forces. Next up is a board gaming bro with 12.7 Italy.